When it comes to the ever-mysterious dark web, I have to be careful about how much I research, and that's for a number of reasons. For starters, I don't feel like having my name join any government watch lists, and also I don't want to see anything I can't unsee. I barely get enough sleep as it is. I don't need something else traumatizing me for life. I got enough spicy trauma. Question for y'all, have you ever ventured onto the dark web? Let me know in the comments and let's dive into some horrors together, because if I have to see this, so do you. Alright, we're starting off today with a tamer video. Let's just ease into it, folks. We've got bank accounts for sale. Back in September of last year, a criminologist unearthed a video of a multi-billion-dollar transnational criminal organization that has been stealing from the US government since the panini and selling generative artificial intelligence tools to other criminals. The 58-second clip, which was meant for the dark web, opens with a person who goes by Sanchez, covered head to toe in black clothing and speaking behind a black skeleton mask with someone else who appears to be digging a grave behind him. He said, "Yes, I sell Chase bank accounts. Yes, I am one of the first people to sell fake bank accounts 4 years ago. We started with my partner 4 years ago. Now we are about 30 people in one office." So as Sanchez speaks, the camera shifts from a face-to-face point of view with him to one looking up from what appears to be a hole with ominous music in the background. The video was uncovered by David Mayman, a criminologist and professor at Georgia State University, who provided context to the video in a LinkedIn post. This was an update to some of his concerned customers who haven't seen him online on the underground market for a couple of weeks, according to the expert. Now, these groups are behind most of the global panini fraud that cost the country billions and are now using generative AI to remain hidden while expanding their criminal empire. However, that is a drop in the bucket to the 1 trillion or more that these groups can steal from the US government over the next year using AI. Experts use the example of somebody submitting a dozen unemployment applications with stolen identities during the panini. So in reality, those who commit government fraud and get caught are the tip of the iceberg. There's a whole machine behind them that at this point closely resembles the 20th century Italian mob or modern day drug cartels. On the dark web, there is a fraud as a service industry run by international cyber gangs from all around the world, including Russia, Nigeria, and China, among dozens of others. The one depicted in the video is called Mega Darknet Market, which experts said is one of the biggest enterprises in the world. This video gave the first glimpse into how these organizations sell mule accounts, which is a bank account set up with a stolen identity, as well as generative AI and deepfake tools to other criminals. Now, these international enterprises are arming other criminals across the globe with AI tech and tools to execute sextortion scams, which generally target young folks, young adults, and have led to the end of lives. The US government is the primary target though, and AI-powered technology allows them to rob government agencies and go poof. So, innocent video, whole lot of backstory, big iceberg. We only know so much. Alrighty, if this next video is truly real, it's gonna hurt my soul. It's from user UFOs on Tiamat originally, but I can't seem to find the original upload anymore. It starts off with a young looking girl sleeping on the floor of a dingy room. Now there's a wooden table and a bunch of unidentifiable clutter. Apparently the camera being used was recording her for about 13 hours at that time, which was terrifying to think about. Suddenly, what appears to be a box either falls off a bookshelf or is thrown in via an unknown opening in the corner of the room and startles our sleeping victim. From what we know, the girl has barricaded herself in the room with the debris that we see, and it changes frames, and the poor thing is now eating from what we believe is a limited stock of food. Eventually, she realizes that there is indeed a camera filming her and huddles in the middle of the room. She makes a sign on white paper that she holds up to the camera, and it says that she has run out of water and is pleading with anybody who is watching for help. She mentions that she has been locked up in her current location for around 5 days and she doesn't know where she is. Afterwards, we see her return to her pile of blankets in the middle of the room and clutch a pink blanket for comfort. The poor girl is so disheveled, which has led internet sleuths to ponder if this footage is from one of the much rumored red rooms that are supposedly plenty on the dark web. Now, these rooms have gained a lot of attention and infamy, with many rumors and myths circulating about their existence and operation. While some folks believe that red rooms are nothing more than urban legends, a lot of other people claim to have witnessed them firsthand, so this might have been from that. As a matter of fact, on Reddit, 4chan, Hidden Wiki, which is kind of a cliff notes for dark web beginners, you can find people trading second, third, fourth-hand accounts of red rooms that have opened and closed over the years. The concept of red rooms, by the way, first appeared on the dark web sometime in the early 2010s, and their name derives from the color of the room where the supposed acts take place. Now, this room isn't red, but make of that what you will. The term red room gained popularity specifically after a Japanese animation featured a pop-up ad asking, "Do you like the red room?" If users attempted to close the ad, a full-sized window would open with the names of individuals who had supposedly accessed the red room before and were found dead. The idea is that viewers pay to watch a live stream of a person being tormented and eventually killed, and they can even interact with the tormentor and other viewers through chat or messaging functions. So sadly, the video that we have today ended with somebody knocking down the girl's barricade and getting inside the room, so I shudder to think of what we didn't see. Alrighty, time to move on to a plague doctor. This black and white video comes in at about 2 minutes in length and features somebody dressed as, well, a plague doctor. The outfit was designed to keep airborne illnesses from infecting those treating victims with various diseases, and includes a long dark beak-like mask with a black shroud that covers the wearer's entire body. In this video, a person wearing what appears to be the costume is recorded walking around an abandoned building in the middle of a forest, revealed in the background through shattered windows. Now, on its own, that video wouldn't be scary enough to make today's list. Heck, it wouldn't even be scary enough to make any of my lists. It would just be something I send people on TikTok to laugh. But just wait for it, it's gonna get weirder. Playing throughout the video are shrill buzzing noises. The person carries around an irregularly blinking light, which they occasionally hold up to the camera. It was sent to gaddetzz.com, a Swedish tech blog back in 2015, and the website immediately made it public. Embedded within the video are several common ciphers and encryption systems. Some lead to images of tormented and mutilated people. Most were decoded by users following the video via a Reddit thread. Now, the detectives were able to create a rather lengthy link to the investigations of the Boston rope necklacer. The messages have also been interpreted as an implied threat of bio-bad acts against the US. Look folks, there's words I can't say. 3 months after the initial controversy, a man by the name of Parker Warner Wright stepped forward and claimed to have created and sent the video. He said a sequel was in the works and challenged anyone to try replicating the segment. Yet no thank you. After the last couple of years, I think the last thing anybody wants to see more of are plague doctors, any mention of a plague, torment. I know of independent haunted attractions that lost so much money by having to retheme all of their plague areas post-Panini, and I don't want to see them hurt anymore. And I don't want to see anybody get hurt. Here's a doozy for you to ponder over. Not a haunted doll, but a demonic android. A spooky animatronic mannequin known as Tara the Android can be seen in this video, its arms jerking and head turning from side to side, while the lyric, "I feel fantastic," repeats over a synth line. It was uploaded to YouTube by the user CreepyBlog, who hasn't uploaded any other clips as of the time of me saying this. Really, not much happens in the video besides a repeated phrase and the robotic movement of Tara's arms and head, but where the clip gets freaky is 2 brief moments nestled between Tara's performance. First, viewers are given a brief view of the outdoors, what looks like the edge of a forest, or possibly somebody's backyard. The camera zooms in on a pile of sticks, leaves, and dirt. Second are the phrases positioned in some of Tara's song, "Please leave," followed by the repetition of "Run, run, 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 run." These 2 strange instances in the video led some viewers to suspect the video's creator of killing. They go by the name of John Bergeron, and rumors believe they committed the crime in the outdoor view of the video, and that the various clips of Tara show the robot wearing the victim's clothes. Possible support for this claim is the description included in the initial post, which made a subtle nod to the Greek story of Pygmalion, an ancient sculptor from Cyprus who thought all women were unworthy of love. In the myth, Pygmalion creates an ideal woman from ivory and falls in love with her, and the goddess Aphrodite then brings the statue to life. Viewers are torn. Some say the video offers clues to the real Tara's fate. Perhaps she didn't live up to Bergeron's expectations of an ideal woman, so he killed her. Or maybe he was so riddled by guilt for the crime, he created the video, subconsciously hoping to be caught. No matter the quote-unquote real reason behind the video, it creeps me the heck out and I'm not a fan. Alrighty folks, I'm ending today with the first thing that popped into my mind when I think of dark web videos that have made it off the dark web: blank room soup. At first glance, it seems relatively tame. There's a man sitting at a table with his eyes blacked out and he's just eating soup, I guess. A person in a character costume comes up behind him and begins patting him on the back, but as this happens, the man eating begins to sob. Then a second person dressed in the same getup enters the frame and appears to be trying to comfort the now crying man. So when this was first uploaded, I think it was in 2008, it was taken as a joke. It was a prank or some weird, strange experiment. It's been quite a bit of time since this was first appearing on the web, and to my knowledge, nobody stepped forth to claim it, which has led some to believe that there may be a more sinister story behind the video than what was initially thought. The video was first sent to Raymond Percy. The characters were his creation, used in a show he did at the Sunset Club. The costumes were stolen from his car in the parking lot, and a bit later he received the video. According to him, the characters called Ray Ray move exactly like Percy's characters are meant to, meaning that people wearing the outfits must have studied the performances meticulously. So there's been some ideas thrown around. One claims the meat in the soup is actually human remains, which the man is being forced to eat. Another says that the man is about to die, which is why he's crying. And the latter seems to be the more popular, but the video ultimately remains a source of curiosity and bafflement. Yeah, I don't want to watch it ever again. No thanks. thanks, I'm good. And that brings us to the end of our time, so if I could unsee the last about 10 minutes of my life, that would be lovely. I've been Alexa, your resident ookie spooky girly, and if you enjoyed my ramblings today, could you help us out by giving this video a like, subscribing if you aren't already, hit the bell for more dark web chatter from us here at Top 5 Scary Videos, and I'll see y'all next time, you lovely spooky people. Go hug somebody.